Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. And I can't believe it actually happened, but we've got an Astraeos update. The mega update's here. It actually is on time, and actually at a decent time for me as well. Like I get to still check it out before I go to bed, which is legendary. I can't remember if that ever really happened. But yeah, we're here. The desert is here on Astraeos, and it looks to be a massive new area that we get to explore, which of course means that we'll have to go and look for some awesome build locations. And I'm pretty sure that the entire map kind of got a little facelifted as well. Like the light system has changed. Unfortunately, I'm not on my server, so most of my builds will not be here. Yeah, even the normal map looks a lot cooler now. I like the new lighting and clouds and everything. That looks really nice. But of course, the most exciting part is the fact that we actually have a whole new desert to explore, and it seems like we have some little islands off here in the ocean as well. These look quite funky. Not sure. Oh wait, is this? It's the new turtle. Look at that. We just instantly found the new turtle. That's quite exciting. They look quite cool. I've got no clue how to tame them, what you do with them. I've seen people saying they're from Atlas. I've never played that, so I don't know, but they look pretty cool. I'm quite curious to see how they will behave and how they will act. But yeah, hello there. Welcome in, Crimson. But yeah, that's cool. So I'm guessing this is one of their spawn location, is this little island. This guy's stuck over here. But yeah, this is looking pretty damn cool. Quite like that there's a little bit of, you know, things to fill up these areas in the ocean, because there's a lot of ocean. Yeah, look at this. There's more of these turtles spawning here, which is quite cool. Oh, let me remind myself that I should check my map more often so I can show you where it is on the map. So do please remind me to do that if I don't do it. But yeah, look at this. There's more islands. So maybe these islands are where they spawn. Maybe this is where their only spawn locations. But yeah, pretty much all of these little islands off in this corner, which, okay, no, the corner of the map still seems to be out of reach, so there's still some kind of like Atlantis area maybe coming there, I'm assuming. But it's hard to say. But yeah, it does feel like if that's still locked off, that there is going to be probably something ocean related there, because I mean there's no island blueprint. I did see that the other island that's still locked off there, you can see it in the far distance, actually has changed the look of it a lot. There's some floating islands around as well, so some pretty exciting stuff. But of course, more exciting for now is the fact that we have a whole new desert area to explore, to check out, to see what it's like. And instant chaos on this beach. See, I've got a little island in front of or on the side of the coast here, which looks like a pretty decent place to go home if you want your own secluded island, I suppose. Pretty nice indeed. And there's some more islands off the coast here, so definitely some good opportunities if you want some safe-ish base locations, because usually an island is a lot easier to secure. But yeah, the whole desert is looking very exciting. And yeah, I'm quite hyped to see what it's like, because I love Scorched Earth, but now having a desert in the higher quality of the post 5.5 engine upgrade maps, it's going to be quite cool to see these assets in more detail, higher detail. But yeah, we'll see. And there seems to be a lot added in this update as well, like a bunch of new creatures, bosses, etc. But of course, we're mostly also interested in cool build locations like this. This is a pretty cool spot. If you make it all the way up to the top, you've got a decently flat area. Some pretty nice views of your surroundings if you want to go build right here, it seems like. Yeah. Not sure. Oh, there's like some kind of cave-ish area underneath here too. Got a bunch of colorful plants, a bunch of crystals here too. So yeah, I guess this is one of the many little cove areas that we'll have. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. If you want to make like a little hidden pirate cove over the coast, that could be a pretty nice spot, to be honest. Hello there, hello there. And then we have more of these little pools. Is there gonna be turtles here too? Oh yeah, there is turtles here too. So it's not just those islands off in the sea. But they do seem to like these pools. So, I mean, not sure if this is related to how you tame them, but yeah, they seem to like the spots at least. There we go. They look quite cool. Excited to see what they're like in actual gameplay. But yeah, we got more of these little islands off the coasts. And then I guess we slowly make our way into the desert. I have to go to this mega city first because I am a big Lord of the Rings fan and I'm very excited to see that place. But first, it seems to be a little ruin here, and this is one of the locations where these new skeletons spawn. And the fact that they wear the Astraeos armor makes me hope that we might be able to get that as a skin in the game without... Oh, did you see that dodge? That's pretty crazy. Yeah, this is cool though. I like this a lot. This is a lot of fun for exploring the world and being like kind of rewarded for exploring. I don't know if there's necessarily any loot drops. Maybe there is a possible loot spawn in this little ruined village, because I think that's the point of them, that they are guarding some kind of loot. But more importantly, there is Minas Tirith here. Looking absolutely glorious here. This is such an awesome location. And yeah, this for sure would be a very exciting base spot if you get this. Yeah, this is good. Seem to be a lot of different homes. You could definitely have a mega tribe in here. And most of this seems to be intact as well, so you don't really need to repair things. It looks to be in good shape in general. It's got so many different buildings, dude. There's a lot here to explore. Also, let's look at the location. Although this is pretty hard to miss, but yeah, it's quite exciting, I think. The Carlos, of course, loves his Lord of the Rings location in his maps, and this is definitely a really cool one to add. And it fits pretty well with the Astraeos vibe, you know, with the addition of the little statue in the middle. I actually quite like the look of that. So we can go up to the next layer. We've got more buildings there, more statues guarding the gates, and then some awesome waterfalls flowing down here. So many more buildings. Like, you have so much options here to live with a mega tribe. Everyone can have their own home. Like, just look at how many buildings there are available. That is pretty incredible. There we go. We've got the stairs going all the way up to the top, of course, where we have the big platform that overlooks this desert and the rest of the map as well in the distance, which is pretty damn cool. We've got the white tree here and a little engram as well, or implant here. Got a nice tree, and then we got like a main castle building here, or main keep. This is a really cool pre-built location. If you can yeah, get this on your playthrough, this is pretty nice. This is a very sizable building. Definitely lots of space if you make this your base, and it's got some extra floors here as well. So plenty of opportunities, I'd say, to make it into your home. Yeah, this is a really cool spot already. Just this. Is it out now? Yeah. I don't have early access or anything. It is out. At least on PC, you can already update. I'm not sure if it's already available for download on all platforms, but I'm sure it will be as soon as possible, if not already. But yeah, this is looking really cool. See some Greek temple close by here as well. Oh yeah, I do have some mods, so there might be some modded creatures spawning. I didn't really check which mods I have active on my single player, because obviously servers aren't up yet, so I kind of just booted up a single player without checking what mods I had available. Oh, there's a big dragon spawning there. So yeah, the dragons aren't part of the update. Just keep that in mind. They are part of the update. That's a mod. And they seem to spawn here a lot. But yeah, this is pretty cool landscaping in general. I like the statues. I like the desert feel and the cliffs. I think there's gonna be a bunch of new cool desert themed build location after this update. It's such a big map, isn't it? There's so much possibility. And the carders is usually pretty good at offering like more flat areas in areas where you want to build, which is always nice. Yeah, there's a ton of dragons here from the mod. Probably should have shut that off. Hello there, welcome in. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This is a pretty, I mean, it's probably for resources as well, but it's a pretty nice spot to live on too. Pretty high up here. All right, so let's ignore all the dragons and let's see what other location we have. Oh, we have an oasis spawning here. So yeah, they will be available now on Astraeos too, which is quite cool. So far only on Scorched Earth, obviously. But yeah, definitely should be enough room on this map for those big creatures to roam around. Seems to be another like little ruin here at this little oasis. Nothing too major, but always nice if you want a quick and easy build location. And then there's a little lake. I'm not sure if there's gonna be anything hidden in there. And then we got some of the lovely dunes out here. I'm sure there will be death worms everywhere. But yeah, looks pretty cool. Oh, there we go. That's one of the new scorpions. But then the astral version. So I guess there's big glowy astral versions of those scorpions. They're not easy to miss. It's gonna be very interesting to see how strong these actually are. They look pretty cool though. I like this a lot. Like a lot more adventure elements into your exploring of the map. And there seems to be another ruin here, so there's probably going to be, yeah, even more of those skeletons. Now I'm pretty sure when he posted the teaser it said something about they were guarding treasure, so either they drop it themselves or this is a possible location where loot can drop. Not sure how this is working for single player. I never really play single player. I'm assuming it would be a lot smoother on a server. How are you on already? I just updated it as soon as it came out and just went to single player because of course my servers haven't been updated yet. But yeah, it's looking really cool. Got some nice spots out here. Feels like these are just like a little bit of, you have to have a bunch of space with just the dunes and stuff, right? We need some proper deserty sand everywhere, which definitely seems to be here. And then we have more of an oasis area again near the obelisk, looking pretty nice. We got a nice little garden area actually here in the middle. That looks really cool. Looks like we got some Deinosuchus as well in those waters. But yeah, this is a really beautiful location if you like to have some natural gardens. Maybe build something up there. Looking quite nice. Let me check my map every once in a while. So you know the mega update is fully out. It's not the final update of Astraeos yet, but it should be out. At least on PC it's out. It might not be out on every platform yet. Yeah, seems like these new turtles really like these little pools with the blue glowy plants in them. So I'm pretty sure that's how you find their spawn locations, because every time I've seen these, we've seen the turtles. There seems to be a little bit of a cove underneath here too. Quite nice. Very nice indeed. I mean, we've got more coves over here. Oh, this one seems to be a bit bigger. Got a few entrances here on the outside. Got a little bit of a cave area here. Is that everything? Oh, I felt like it went further, but I guess it was just this little curve. There we go. I'm glad you liked the build, and I hope you will enjoy the castle. There we go. So yeah, this is the new obelisk that's been added, looking pretty damn cool. Pretty nice spot here too. Looking quite epic with these glowy rocks. Not the safest locations, but it looks really cool. I guess it's in theme not to be super safe. And then we have another nice pretty built spot here, which is looking really cool. Seems like you've got a decent amount of space here right away. What's this? Just a little bit of extra storage space, I suppose. This is, again, very roomy to turn into a base. You've got the stairs to go up there. You've got a balcony on the side. I'm guessing this is just gonna bring us up to the top of the tower. Another little balcony. Oh, and there's also actually the rooftop here. Oh, that's quite convenient, actually. You can build on the roof if you want to expand it a bit further. Yeah, that's very, very exciting. I don't know how you tame the turtles. I'm just a builder. I'm just looking for pretty spots, cool caves to build in, maybe. And just see what it's like. But it's a big piece of map that we've got now, so definitely a bunch of things to check out. Now I know there's going to be a Wyvern scar somewhere up here. Yeah, there we go. There's a Wyvern scar right there, looking pretty epic. Actually looking some extinction-like assets there as well. And then you've got this really cool looking area. I like this the pattern here, or the shading here, with this more like red sandstone-y bit. Yeah, I should have probably checked my mods before starting it up. And the salt flats, that's a pretty cool area too. I quite like the vibes, because, you know, if this whole big area was all the same kind of color, it would have been kind of insane. But now there's some really interesting new looking areas. This is a really nice pattern. There we go. Yeah, this is looking quite nice. I think possibly building something cool on the top of here could be really fun. You know, you've got some really cool views obviously from here. You can see some of the different biomes, like we have a bit more of the sandy desert over there, it feels like. Then you obviously got this like red canyony bit in here. Got the Wyvern scar there. Looks like we've got some kind of sulfur field over there. And then we have like an oasis delta almost around the river area. And then probably more sandy desert all the way over to the very end, which is quite cool. Quite nice to have still a bit of variety in these deserty biomes, to just make it a little bit more interesting. Oh, look at this. These statues also being kind of blended in very nicely. That looks very, very cool. What building mods am I using? I use a fair few. If you want to see exactly, I've got a video on some of my favorite cosmetics, and I'm working on another video showing off some of the building mods that I frequently use or that we have on my community servers. That should hopefully be out pretty soon. But yeah, this is a really nice new biome because this feels really fresh still. Like, obviously we've seen deserts before in ARK, but this canyoning area, the new shading on this looks really refreshing and really cool. I'm quite fond of that. We got some more coastal areas here. Just checking, you know, to see if we don't miss any important spots. We're probably not gonna find all the caves and stuff. Oh, there's like more grassy area here, but then the dry grass, that's quite cool too. Again, just offering a bunch of variation, I think, is always nice in a map like this. You know, you want to have that bit of variety in here, I think. But yeah, this is looking really, really cool. And then it's going again in a little bit of the dry area. There's some cool builds here, but I was gonna go and check out the Wyvern scar, so I feel like we should probably go do that. I'm pretty sure there should be kind of caves around here as well, right? Like, surely they might be hidden, of course, but it feels like there's gonna be plenty of little caves areas to find in this area too, because supposedly there's been a few, or quite a decent amount of new caves at it as well. So yeah, we got the Wyvern trench right here. So it looks like we got some big lava river flowing down, and then we already see our first wyverns here. Oh, we've got pyromanes. But this is actually also a pretty cool looking area already. A little bit of a cave entrance here. For if you want to brave this on foot. Oh yeah, I can already see some kind of the nests in here. Oh, there's wyverns on fire. There we go. Oh, this feels like a pretty big wyvern scar. We're currently right over here on the map. All the way at the bottom, basically. But yeah, this is a pretty cool and big scar. Oh, another pyromane dropping down. Got some eggs already dropping. That's always good to see. Oh, we've got an escape route there at the very, very back of the world. Yeah, this is looking really nice. And then we've got these big spikes on the top. Oh, more wyverns. Some of these wyverns seem a little bit damaged. They've probably flown into the actual lava. But there seem to be quite a few wyverns going quite high up. So you don't want to fly too high over this. They'll still be on your tail probably. But yeah, this is a really cool area actually. Quite big as well. Like, there's a whole extra section here. Oh, more eggs spawning. That's pretty good. If they're already spawning in single player, I expect service being pretty decent too. There we go. Yeah, this is looking really cool. Of course, we already had a wyvern scar on the map, but yeah, this feels like a nice new big addition, and it means you can get them in 2 places. I mean, this map's so big, you might as well have multiple of them. Oh, there seems to be a little bit of a cave entrance. Oh, this just goes back into the scar as well. Yeah, there we go. Another little entrance to get in and out. There we go. Very nice. The old scar might be Drake's now. Maybe. I'd figure that there's probably going to be kind of a new cave system for those Drakes, maybe. But, I mean, he could have switched them out, potentially. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, this is a pretty nice looking area all the way here at the back too. Probably don't want to build too close to the Wyvern trench though. Unless you want visitors, maybe unwanted visitors at certain points. Yeah, this feels like a little bit of a sulfury area, but it's looking really, really nice. With the hot springs coming up. I mean, I'm assuming that there's probably going to be sulfur here for you. Feels like that kind of vibe. But yeah, that adds like a different little bit of a biome in here. Oh, look at these. That's looking very fancy. Yeah, there's going to be a ton of new places to explore now, especially since, well, he's teased so many caves and stuff. So even if you've explored like just the land itself, it's going to be really exciting to see what all the secrets are. And then there's so many new mini bosses and actual bosses now as well. Like you can fight the manticore on this map now. You can fight the new Hydra boss. We've got the big scorpions roaming around. We have a minotaur boss as well. And there was some kind of fancy armor at the end of the trailer too. So there's gonna be a lots to explore and lots of new cool places to build at. Yeah, this again seems to be more of a kind of like a river delta where you have the main river, some greenery around it, and yeah, some really nice things. I think that's the thing I like about Astraeos, the fact that we didn't get a full map right away. We got a pretty big map at launch, but now after, you know, once in a while we get like a big update and we get to explore a map in new areas, which is, I think, quite exciting. And in the end, this map is going to have so much to do for you. This definitely feels like it's a cave location. For sure. This is actually very nice inside. But is it a artifact kind of cave location, or is it just a let's live in here build location? There we go. We got a bunch of statues. Oh, I guess this is a little bit of a Hall of Fame here. There we go. Bit of shout outs to Natrado for making this possible. Creep, Nakadas, and Jet. And now we have even more. Yeah, so we got a little Hall of Fame. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I guess this is a bit of a peaceful area. So potentially you could just kind of build in here, I assume. There we go. Back out into the desert. Yeah, this is it's definitely a very big landmass to explore again. So it's going to be exciting to kind of really find the little hidden gems and the build locations, but there's so much to explore. So this seems to be a pretty decent one, actually. Bit of a raised cliff platform here. You've got some nice views around you. You're like a little bit in the greener area. It is pretty far. Like, it's definitely not central whatsoever, but a pretty cool location. The Hall of Fame is pretty close to this. It's like all the way at the very edge, and then next to the Wyvern Scar you'll find the entrance. You can't really miss the entrance. There we go. We've got some cool waterfalls flowing down here. And then more of these canyons. I'm really a big fan of the way these canyons look. I really like the texture on them. So, yeah. Gonna have to figure out a bunch of cool builds to do in this desert for sure. Because it's looking very, very nice indeed. Let's get some light back in here. Oh yeah, this is another really cool spot. Yeah, just on the top of the world, overlooking everything. Why not? But yeah, it's gonna be a big map to traverse, that's for sure. Hello there, welcome in, Raz. Yeah, we're gonna have so much more space to build on. Yeah, it's time to return. Oh, I've been returning to Astraeos. I've done a few builds on Astraeos recently. Actually, really excited to see them with this new lighting as well. See how the vibes have changed in certain older areas as well. For now, we'll stick to the desert. I can't go onto my server yet. I don't know if updates for servers are available yet, but yeah, this is a very exciting area. It's going to be fun to dive into some more deserty builds again, because I feel like I never did that many when Scorch released originally. I think I had to go on holiday quite early, and then the center was there by the time I got back. So I didn't do that many. Mostly a lot of western builds. But yeah, look at this. This whole area. It's so beautiful. It's very, very cool. Got a bit of a tower here. Is there anything hidden here? Or just a bit of a watchtower like the ones on Ragnarok? No, I'm not looking for any rat holes. Yeah, there's I really like this canyon in the middle. I like the texture on it a lot. The colors of the environment. Got some nice bony places here too. Pretty cool. This would be so cool if you have to tame like a Rex or something in here. You know, some predator that feels right at home here. I really wish there would be Deinonychus spawns on the map. But I guess they want to keep those limited to Velgero, like they want to keep the Wyverns on Rag. Which makes sense, but yeah, would be nice. Yeah, this area is actually pretty lovely too. I like this dry, grassy area. It's kind of a different vibe. But yeah, it's quite cool. It's quite nice. Bunch of thylas running around here too. Got some more beaches, some cliff sides here. Very, very nice. Definitely some really good platforms again to do some building on. There's a new turtle. Yeah, there's a new turtle to tame. There's a few other things that are new, but you can't tame those, I don't think so. Oh yeah, look at this. This whole area is pretty nice. Yeah, I like how he's been able to, you know, do a desert island, but still add a lot of different feeling areas to it, which is quite nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, this feels totally different from all of the other places. Yeah, so we have the little pools here. Yeah, this is where the, there we go, there's the turtles. Always at these pools with the blue glowing plants. That's where they hang out. That's where you can find them. Can you see the map? I haven't really explored all of the new area yet, but we're getting there. You can see the name on the map now. That's new. We've discovered that much. But yeah, this is looking really good. I like this a lot. I like the... Again, the variety of the biomes in the desert is very nice, I think. Just to make it feel like you have some choices of, you know, the exact kind of area you want to live in. Or if you're a builder like me, you've got plenty of different palettes now to pick from and to build in, which is quite cool. I guess this is where the river eventually meets up with the ocean. And we got some lovely green delta around it on the one side, and definitely another sandy desert on the other side. But yeah, some really cool looking areas for sure. I guess we better check out all of this, because I know there was also a big ruin here. Yeah, look at this. Another very, very big ruin to explore. Little village out here doesn't seem to have any skeletons. I'm pretty sure that this is where you're gonna run into the minotaur, judging by all the minotaurs out here. But yeah, again, if you can build in these, you have a lot of spaces in all of these different layers that you've got here. So you can live right in front of this cave entrance, I suppose. But yeah, this has to be where you find the big minotaur, right? Like, surely. Oh. There we go. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle cave. We're gonna have to do a puzzle cave, I suppose. I did enjoy the water rag, to be fair, so I'm quite excited to see what that cave is gonna be like. That's gonna be quite fun. So yeah, that's kind of like right in the middle of this canyon area. And then we can explore this little river area. So yeah, the river kind of flows around here, goes down in a nice waterfall. We've got more waterfalls coming down from the other side too. And then I guess we have this lovely river area. There seems to be kind of those, yeah, what do you call these little canyony areas that you also can find on Scorched. Looking quite nice. So yeah, it's got a lot of different themed areas, which is really, really nice. Yeah, so nice big rivers if you want to keep the water close, because if it's anything like Scorch, it could be quite hot here, and you probably want to have some water close by. Is this a cave down here? Ooh. Looks like we found ourselves a cave. There we go. Nothing too big, nothing too major, but a decently sized cave. If you just want to build a little hideaway, I suppose. That's quite nice. So let me see. This is where you can find this cave. Because I know people like caves. For some reason, people are always really obsessed with caves. But yeah, got a little one right over there. And then, well, we have more of this green area. I guess there's a lot of these little cracks in the landscape to go through. So probably some really cool little areas like this to explore. Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of little passageways here going kind of around everywhere. Now this is really cool. There we go. And some pretty decently flat areas on top as well, which is always nice if you want to build. So yeah, this seems to be like the area around the river is a little bit more greenery, which makes a lot of sense. And then we still have a huge deserty area over here too. So I'm gonna guess that's mostly gonna be the dunes where you're gonna find like the death worms and stuff like that. We've got a little pyramid down here, which is definitely a cool addition. I want to do another pyramid build. I did one on Scorched Earth, but it's been so long. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a little like art of Astraeos in this one, so it's another kind of little Hall of Fame-y area, I suppose, which is quite cool. You know, kind of a little nod to the community. Pretty nice. So yeah, this is right over here. Again, the very edge of the world. But yeah, we got the another main desert area here, I would say. Definitely some cool building opportunities. I'm gonna do a lot of brainstorming on what bases I want to be building. So if you have any suggestions for builds you'd like to see next here in the desert update, let me know. Let me know. But yeah, I'm thinking a pyramid at the very least. We have to try that again. This is ARK. Yeah, we got some nice dunes area, so I'm guessing that this is Deathworm area. Maybe there's going to be another Oasis soul spawn here too. Oh yeah, there we go. There is loot here. So yeah, I'm guessing wherever the skeletons are, there's probably a potential loot drop. A June-inspired base. I haven't actually seen June. I've only played the game a little bit. But I guess I could check it out. Did he just bowl out? Yeah, he just bowled out that. That's a Lost Colony bowler, by the way. So they're definitely based on the NPCs. But it's cool to see, actually. I love this. I love that they're doing this now. I hope Wildcard also keeps doing stuff like this. Oh, there we go. Got one of the big scorpions here. But this one isn't an astral version, just a normal big scorpion. Looking quite cool. Definitely feels nice to see these things in the desert here. Just to make the desert a little bit more exciting. And a bit more threatening as well. Especially if you think there's probably some hidden death worms. Oh, there we go. We saw a death worm there and there. Oh yeah, there's gonna be death worms enough. That's really cool. Yeah, we'll find the Ryanethas at some point, I assume. There we go. So yeah, these are the big dunes areas, which of course you need to have in a desert like this. So plenty of vessel suture spawns now. I wonder if the middle islands that used to have all the desert spawns kind of have changed now a bit, because some of those spawns felt a bit silly. Like a vessel of sutures on a tiny island always felt a bit off. But I guess you're gonna have plenty of them spawning here now that we have a proper desert to explore. So yeah, you got big sandy area all the way here around the very edge of the map. Oh, did I crash? I might have crashed. I don't know. It's just kind of frozen. It is out, yeah. It is out. Did I crash? Because I don't know. The game's just kind of frozen and not really doing anything. Let me restart it. Don't know if I've crashed, but it's definitely frozen. Which is pretty much the same. So... okay, let me also restart my server just in case it's gonna update in time, but it might take a while, so I'm not sure if we'll get there before the end. Okay, can I reboot, please? All right, there we go. Let's try it again. What's my best build? I don't know. Oh, the new turtle. Yeah, the new turtle is everywhere along the coasts. Everywhere. All right, let's see. Get me back in, please. All right. There we go. Let me in. Let me in. No, yeah, that turtle you can find along the beaches. You can't build inside of them, though. They're not big enough to build inside. You can sit inside of them. Alright, now I just need this game to load me into single player. That's why I never play single player. It's so slow to load in. So slow. But so far, I'm definitely very excited for this. We're gonna have an amazing new addition to the world. So many new areas to explore, to build at. Definitely need to get some cool deserty builds going. I guess pyramid is definitely one of them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what kind of ideas we can come up with. Jeez, it's taking a while to load into single player. Is that always the case if you play single player? I never play single player, so. Oh, nope, it didn't. This game didn't like it. Gonna have to boot it up again. Well, luckily we got my builds to look at, I suppose, in the meantime. But yeah, I think definitely doing some cool deserty builds, some Adobe. I don't think I've done a lot of Adobe builds because I kind of just did a lot of Western builds on Scorched Earth. I think the Pyramid was probably one of the few proper Adobe builds I did. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's try this again. Let's boot this up again. And let's see if I can get into the game now, please. Let's see. I hope I can. I hope I can. I also need to finish my little Greek town on the islands for sure. That's probably one of the things I should definitely do at this point. I just updated on Steam and then the map's updated. Alright, please, single player, let me play the game again. Why did it work so perfectly the first time and it doesn't work right now? But, let's see. Hello there, Bobo. Welcome in. It's not a mod and it's not a server. Alright. It seems like my single player does not want to play anymore. It just keeps shutting down. Did I get to an area that the game does not like? That would be sad. Yeah, Xbox seems to always take longer, which is kind of sad. Always a little bit sad. I like how we spent... How long was I looking around? Like almost an hour? We were fine. So I'm gonna hope that my server is gonna just restart quick enough. But usually updates on servers take quite a while after the big patch. Single player is kicking me out. Oh no. Oh no. It is classic ARK. To be fair, I was already surprised that they released the update so quickly and on time, and everything was kind of smooth for ARK launch. I did not expect to be playing this evening, basically. I thought I would wake up the next morning and then maybe it would be there. All right, third time is the charm, hopefully. Let's see if it let me back in or if my server will restart. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm hoping this is not the end. I'm hoping ARK will just let me have some fun. That would be nice. That would be very nice. Bunch of messages, because of course all the patch notes. Okay. Nope. Keep shutting down my ARK now. That's not very nice, is it? Oh man. How was it fine before? And it's no longer fine. Maybe I will wipe my single player and see if it lets me in then if I wipe it. Because I would like to see the desert again, please. I would really like to see the desert again. Alright, let's see. I want to delete my single player file. Yeah, why not? And then just start a new one, please. What's my favorite structure skin? That's quite hard to say, actually. It kind of depends from time to time, to be honest, because I like the variety a lot. I did make a video about my 10 favorite cosmetics recently. I think they might have changed a little bit since then, but yeah, there's a video on my channel with a few of my favorites. But to be fair, there's so many new ones and good ones coming out now. Okay, well, that seemed to have done the trick. So what I did is just reset my save, because I don't have anything I really care about anyway on the single player. And now I can play again. So we can continue, hopefully, our exploration of the desert without any more issues. I think we were over here in the corner somewhere when crashing occurred. So we'll just slow down a little bit so the game can relax. And we can see what it's like. Little babies dropping out of the sky. Oh, there seems to be a decent amount of these big scorpions, to be fair. Like, there seem to be a lot of those around, which is quite cool. Interesting to see what they actually do and drop, and what the astral version of them does differently besides being stronger. This would be a decent spot. I'm guessing there's not any sand or death worms if you're on this little hill. So kind of raised up a little bit, right in the corner of the map if you like your privacy. Lots of danger around you though, so that's fine. Got a little oasis here as well. That's quite nice. I guess we got plenty more of these deserty dunes all the way out to sea, but we also have this big cliff again here in the middle. Again, some nice landscape. Definitely some good opportunities here as well, I think, to do some nice building, especially here on the top of this cliff. Like, this would be a really cool base location again. All the way at the corner. All the way at the corner. Pretty high up, some nice layers. I think there's a whole pathway up to the top, which is quite nice. If you want to build like a cool stronghold on there or something. But yeah, pretty nice cliff here. I really feel like there's probably going to be a cave underneath somewhere here, because that's a lot of area where you could hide a little cave. Oh. Oh, this might be an artifact cave since there's evils. Oh yeah, there's a bunch here. Oh, there's even a scorpion, a big scorpion in the cave. That's insane. Oh, there's a whole village here? Is this an artifact cave or Could I just build in here? No, there's an artifact there. Alright. I guess it wasn't a very big artifact cave then. But it's looking pretty cool. Okay, so we did find one little cave here at the back with the statue. And then I guess we have to find those rhinos somewhere soon. But yeah, we have a bunch more desert area, death worms, etc. And a little village with the skeletons too. And this kind of just goes all the way to the coast over here. Some more shipwrecks on the coasts. Yeah, there's a bunch of those big scorpions, which is quite cool. Now, what is this area? This feels like it's something specific. This is a kind of like a cavey area. Oh geez, this is where rhinos are, but these are smaller rhinos, right? Drone. Oh, so is this something new? What is a rhino drone? Like, is that just an enemy type? Is that just like a new annoying enemy in the cave? Or will there be actual rhinos here as well? I don't know. They seem kind of stationary for now, but that could also be because I'm on ignore me mode, so everything is kind of stationary anyway. I don't see any big rhinos here at this point, at least. So I'm not quite sure what this means. It's a cool looking cave though. Not entirely sure what they would be guarding. It feels like there should be then a queen or something. If there's drones, you know, this should be apparent somewhere. But again, it could be because I am in creative and ignore me that they don't spawn in. That could be an option, of course. This will be interesting to discover, I guess. I feel like I'm lost now. Is this the way? That's the way. So yeah, there's actually a lot of these caves here. I'm not quite sure what this is. what you're supposed to do here. Feels like something's missing. Again, it could be because they don't see me, and maybe something's supposed to spawn when you enter the area or something, you know. Could be me. Oh yeah, there we go, we're back up. So yeah, I don't know. Pretty cool spot though. No matter what they do. Still pretty cool. I quite like the all the additions that they have had with this update. Seems like there's going to be a lot more to do and explore now, which is always nice. Yeah, so we've got some shipwrecks on the beach. Got another little point of interest here with oh, the statues not loaded in properly for me. Yeah, and then we have another little hill here too with a big cove underneath. Is this an actual like cave or is this just a cove? No, this leads back, right? Yeah. But still could be a really cool build location, like a little piratey base out here. There we go. Some big desert areas, and then we're back to where the river splits up the desert. We have these cliffs though, which definitely offer for some more interesting architecture. We got some shrines here, including this RG attacking. Would this also come to life, this RG statue? That would also be a pretty cool feature, to be honest. Scare you. But yeah, you've got some more nice big high cliffs here where you could definitely do some base building if you want to. And now we can see the whole landmass as well on the map. It's a pretty big area. It's a pretty big area for sure. Yeah, it's looking really nice, to be fair. Yeah, so I mean, there's plenty of exploring to do, and making another list of awesome base locations, I'm sure, and then figuring out what build I'm gonna do first myself. So again, if you have any suggestions or things you'd really like to see me build in this new area, let me know. Oh, look at this. This is a pretty nice island. This could be a good base spot too. No, that's just a dragon, but that's a modded dragon. I forgot to take off my mods before I started. This is the new desert update. Yeah, they actually released on time. So yeah, I'm assuming, yeah, this is still not released, but it has changed. The look of this has changed quite a bit. There's some floating islands in the sky. Well, to be fair, there's also a floating temple there, so it's definitely just a work in progress. But it's interesting to see the change in scenery, giving a little bit of a sneak peek, I suppose, of what's to come. Because yeah, there is still at least one more update. I think that's probably going to be the final update then, because we have this little area and then we have the corner of the ocean still left to do. But yeah, this update also has changed the whole lighting across the map, and I'm guessing he's also touched up some areas, like changed the textures on those. Yeah, I'm actually interested to see what's happened to this island, because this used to have all the desert spawns. It seems like it's still pretty much the same, so maybe it hasn't really changed too much then, spawn wise, even though we have now actual deserts as well. I thought maybe that would happen. Guessing doesn't really matter too much, but yeah, it's looking quite nice. This is where my town usually is if I'm on my server, but that's still trying to restart. I haven't really found a bunch of caves yet. What areas? Okay, I know that the snow areas also got some updates, so let's go over there, see what they look like now. And then I think he also posted a teaser for the redwoods on Corinthus. So yeah, some pretty cool things that he's also touched up some of the older areas. I don't know exactly where. Saw something about like ice, so I'm assuming that's gonna be in one of these areas. There's not a lot of snow in this update. Yeah, the update is live. We've just checked out the desert. Just checking out if we can spot any of the changes here in the snow. Because I think he also teased a snow cave at some point. So definitely there's gonna be something new here. Can't necessarily see a lot of difference, but I guess it's gonna be pretty hard to see. I guess this could be maybe a new texture. I can't quite remember what it said about the ice. I think there was a cave here before, so I'm guessing it's not that cave that's going to get the update. Although I guess there could be a new passageway. This feels pretty big, but this might have already been here before. Oh, what have I done to the world? Oh, there we go. It's realized I'm outside again. Oh, and there we go. We have shut down once more. Well, that's too bad, eh? We'll have to restart the game again. Let me check if my server is doing any better. No, I think it's still trying to update. Yeah, that usually takes a little bit after the actual update to come out. But yeah, this is looking really cool so far. I'm happy to be exploring an update right when it releases. That's not happened for a while. I'm guessing, just to be sure, I'm just gonna wipe the data again, because last time that was the issue. And then I don't have to restart the game multiple times, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, this instantly loaded me in, so I guess that is... Well, that only works if you don't care about your single player save, of course. Otherwise, it is a bit of a problem. Alright, we have loaded back in. I guess I couldn't really see any differences in the snow necessarily. But I did see he posted a teaser that he... Well, I guess... It doesn't like me flying around. Single player is not made to explore like this, I suppose. Damn, that is quite annoying. Because I don't really want to start building anything, because then it's not all going to be on my server. Alright, we'll try one more. We'll try one more. Otherwise, I guess we'll just have to slowly explore the desert. Maybe find a good spot for my pyramid build. Alright, can I please get into the game again? I'm not gonna be looking at bosses now. Alright, I guess we'll stick to the desert and we'll just go and find ourselves a decent spot for a pyramid base. Why not? Because I think that's definitely one of the builds that I want to be doing soon. So, might as well pick out a location for that. I guess we want a relatively flat area. And we probably also want it into the actual sand. So this potentially could be a good area. It is right in front of the city. Doesn't really matter too much. It's just a question of, is there actually any decently flat areas? And technically it might not be the smartest place, because I assume there potentially also are death worms in this bit of sand. But I personally don't care about that, because I'm just building them to look cool. Oh, so... No, this is quite hilly still. This could be... This is decently flat. Quite close to the obelisk. Jeez, what's going on now? How have we been doing so good for so long, and now the game just doesn't like single player at all anymore? That is insane. What's going on? Can my server please restart itself? I need my server. This is exactly why I never really play single player, because it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. Come on. Oh, did I see a message on YouTube? It's gone again. Some kind of pop-up I thought on the top of my chat, but I couldn't see. So if anyone joined us, hello. Thank you and welcome. Yeah, ARK gets updates all the time. All right. Well, we'll try it again. Yeah, this is on PC, yeah. We'll try it again. I'm just slowly trying to explore my lovely desert for a potential build location if I want to do a pyramid. Can I please do that, ARK, in single player? I would also prefer to do it on my server, but they need a little bit of time before they can update usually, so that's why I'm here. So please, can you not disappoint me? There we go. We are back in the desert. Am I gonna just have to do it on foot now? Try not to crash? Hopefully I can just at least fly around. Maybe we'll go a little bit slower just to maybe not stress out the system too much. Although it really shouldn't be stressed because I've got definitely a system capable of handling it all, but you never know. You never know. Maybe we'll get lucky. We've been fine for so long. Okay, but close to the obelisk, I think, was a decently flat area that I can probably build a pyramid at. Hopefully. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's got to be in one of these areas where the dunes are, even though it might not necessarily be safe. That's fine for me. Might not be fine for you if you try to replicate it in survival. But yeah, this spot here seems relatively flat. You've got the cool obelisk next to you. That's never a bad thing. That's pretty cool. And then I guess we can see there's some other spots here. Hopefully without it shutting down my single player again. Ooh, this is too hilly. Yeah, this is going to be hard because preferably we would be able to foundation it to save on structures. And it does really only make sense if we build it in an actual desert and not on top of the cliffs or something. I think that would look a little bit silly. Yeah, of course, a lot of the dunes are very, very hilly. Yeah, this is the new addition to Astraeos, the whole desert biome. It's a big, big addition. Oh, there we go. We've got a little oasis here now. Well, not very little, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to do here because this is definitely all not very flat. I feel like this little area next to the obelisk so far is definitely the best spot for a potential pyramid. This feels at least decently flat that we could hopefully do a foundation big enough for a pyramid here. And it's still a pretty nice location. I mean, next to an obelisk. A little bit of greenery around. Why not? That feels quite nice in my opinion. Feels quite nice. So yeah, if I do a pyramid, that's definitely one of the locations. Well, I don't really have to show where because it's right underneath the big obelisk. But yeah, there's I definitely want to also think of a build that I could do in this biome because I really like the colors of these rocks and the canyon. Oh, there we go. It really doesn't like us anymore. I don't think it's out on Xbox yet, or at least it wasn't before. It might be out by now, but I'm not sure because I've been playing for an hour now. So I don't know. Well, we'll give it one more go, and if it doesn't work and the server hasn't started up yet, I think we're forced to just call it there. But hopefully we can explore because I would like to figure out a few build projects that I could be working on. on Astraeos. Some nice desert themed builds. Maybe yeah, a nice little adobe base for sure. Besides a pyramid, like just a more building kind of vibe. Just got the message, Xbox will be ready in a few hours. Oof. It's always Xbox that's, or usually it's Xbox that seems to be slower with the updates, which is quite sad. Alright, well, we've loaded in. We're back in the game. This is one of the spawns, by the way. So yeah, you can kind of spawn right here too now. There's a lot of new spawns, of course. No, that's all my buildings. I've got a few templates on my Discord, but not for everything, because most things are too big that I build. Definitely, this is also an area that I want to figure out a cool build for. I like the dry grass area. I don't know why. It's just doing something for me. But yeah, definitely want to build in these canyons. Not sure what kind of build would fit this. Maybe kind of like a watchtower or some sort. Maybe a little trader's outpost or something along those kind of vibes. And then, yeah, we have this whole area to figure out as well. Please, please don't kick me out again. Oh God, it scares me every time it freezes for a second. I don't dare to fly fast anymore. We're going very slow to explore the world and see the sights. A community center. Yeah, but a lot of builds. Oh, jeez. It's just really not wanting to cooperate right now, is it? How are we so fine for so long and now it's just struggling? Please, let me check my server. Oh no, it's still updating. But yeah, any build suggestions for desert themed builds or canyon builds or any of the new areas where we could do some cool builds? Let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see. And probably be another stream tomorrow doing some building and more of the weekend. Getting some builds done. Okay, the server's definitely not up yet. So we'll try single player one more time. Hopefully it will behave. I guess I'm gonna have to just walk around and hope for the best. Guess we'll spawn in a different area now. See if that helps. All right. Well. There we go. We're back once again. This is another spawn. You can spawn on this beach as well. Maybe we can see if there's a flat area here. But I think most of these deserts is actually also quite hilly, which of course makes a little sense. But we'll see. Follow you on 3 platforms now. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You can check me out wherever you want. Oh, there's an oasis all here too. So yeah, they can spawn in multiple spots. Okay. We'll just take it very slow. And explore the map in a very easy pace. Yeah, some kind of like little Adobe builds would be cool to do. Haven't really done those a lot. pyramid I just want to build a pyramid again. I had all fun last time on Scorched, and it's been so long now that I feel like it's definitely time for... Scorched has been like out for 2 years now, almost, right? So it's crazy to think of. Lots can happen in 2 years. Lots can happen. To be honest, 2 years ago, if you told me you're going to be playing pretty much only ARK for the next 2 years, I would have called you crazy, but here I am, still playing ARK. Yeah, I think these deserts might not be flat enough for a pyramid build, but we can come up with some other ones maybe. It's a decent platform up there as well to build on potentially. Not for a pyramid, but for a different build. I mean, on these cliffs as well. Maybe a cool desert kind of castle-y build or something, or like a keep on top of one of these cliffs would be really cool. But hey. Also, if you're looking for a fun community cluster to play on, I have a one that's free to join. But more importantly, if you're looking for a fresh way to play Astraeos, not just the normal way, I'm actually starting a custom limited time event server where there's going to be 3 tribes divided over the world, and you know, doing a medieval fantasy type of event for 6 weeks about that, and having crazy adventures, having some cool events, challenges, adventures, trying to take over castles and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty cool, pretty chill. So it's mostly PvE. There's going to be some you know, organized PvP as well, but nothing very try-hard. All very, very chill. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, join my Discord too. And of course, if you want to share cool builds or want to see cool builds, there's lots of cool builders on my community. That it's always nice to learn from. You know, you can always learn from each other. Hello there, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I do like the big scorpions. I do like them, seeing them around. It just makes the desert a little bit more alive, threatening, exciting to explore. I am quite curious to see what happens when you kill one. And I guess it's not a tameable thing, but still cool thing to see. Same with the skeletons they here added. It's just a cool feature. Yeah, one of these high cliffs is definitely calling for a build too. We definitely need to do something there. Hello there, welcome in, Scarlet. I'm glad you found it. I really like the look of the update so far. I like Astraeos a lot in general, and now with this giant edition, there's even more to like. But I also do think there's currently like a sale on ARK. I don't know if it's on all platforms. I'm pretty sure it's at least on Steam. I'm not sure if it's everywhere, but it's like 75% off, I think. I don't know if that includes Astraeos, but I'm pretty sure it does. I think the big scorpions are kind of like mini bosses. There seems to be also astral versions of them, so yeah, they're just like a challenge to encounter in the world, I suppose, which is quite fun. Okay, well, it does seem that going slow works so far. The only downside is this is a very, very big map, so not getting a lot of not discovering a lot of new potential build locations this way. But it's fine. We're having a good time. We're exploring the world. And we're just, you know, seeing all the amazing things that this map has to offer for us. There we go. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to speed up a little bit because it's gonna take me way too long to get anywhere, and this is where it's gonna happen. Oh, look at this. The glowy skull. It's quite a cool location. There's definitely a lot of cool little spots that are easy to miss. It's going to be very nice to explore this more thoroughly and oh, look at this. We found something here. That's a pretty decent cave. There seems to be one dino gate to close it off. And then you have a decent cave spot, which is right over here. Yeah, it definitely feels like you have to build something epic on there. Feels like it's calling for something like that. And then maybe something more cozy in the river delta. There we go. Yeah, a bit of greenery if you want to keep that greenery around. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a pyramid build. I did one for Scorched Earth 2 years ago, but kind of been wanting to do another one. So this is the perfect opportunity to go ahead and do it. So definitely gonna want to find a spot for that. Oh, look at that. The Deinosuchus are just all over this river. That's quite cool. That's quite cool. There we go. Yeah, the river flowing around. I think doing a little cozy build along the river, just like a little adobe base, would be quite nice to do too. There's lots of cool areas. I'm not entirely sure what I would build in this biome though. This is the kind of like Grand Canyon feeling looking place. There's a lot of scorpion kings and queens from what we've seen, or at least there's a lot of big scorpions out in the desert, and they can also spawn as astral versions. Seems to be quite a few of them. Oh, this is actually a pretty nice and chill area here as well with this little lake. This would be a pretty nice spot to build too. Right over here. Hello there, welcome in, Valkyrie. There we go. Yeah, there's gonna be so many new locations, so much to do. A lot to explore and find out. I guess you could also build like your little retreat in the middle of the hot springs. Oh god, I thought it crashed again. Whew. Please don't. Please don't. But yeah. I have to think of some cool builds that we could do in this biome, because I do really like the look of this biome. Quite a bit. I'm sure we can come up with some things. Like a watchtower overlooking the Wyvern trench. Yeah, this mode is spawning. I'm actually really happy with that. I love this mode a lot. I haven't been able to locate the cave, but again, I think some of the new caves can also be in the older areas, so not entirely sure where they are. And I guess potentially this modus could just be added to a lot of the caves. I don't know if they're necessarily only in the new areas. Like, I guess it depends on where you decided to add spawns. Definitely you've seen a lot of death worms, which is quite nice. If you want to find some of those. Oh, there we go. We found another big scorpion. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is a king or a queen. Will it tell me? Oh, I think that was a queen. Yeah, this is a queen. Again, no clue what they do. But they look quite cool walking around the desert, that's for sure. Oh. Yeah, all the big dragons are from a mod. Don't get too excited. It's not a new creature. It's just a mod. Just forgot to remove it before I started stream. But it's fine. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of cool little areas. The update is for Astraeos. There's a whole new area on Astraeos now. Looking very, very nice indeed. Oh, there we go. We've lost it again. Oh, man. I wish that wouldn't be happening all the time. Let me check my servers once more. Have they restarted? Nope. They're still trying. They're doing their best. They're doing their best, but is the game playable on a 50, 60? I mean, I'm not too sure, but it sounds like you should definitely be able to play the game. I'm not too much into PCs, but sounds like you should be fine. Let me spawn in again. Just one more time. Let's give it a go. See if it likes me again. See if it lets me play. Okay, well, yes, this is it, guys. If it kicks me out again, I think we'll resume tomorrow or this weekend, and we'll start one of the build projects that I end up doing here. But it's exciting though. It's exciting. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. He was teasing so much near the end. I was kind of hoping that they might make the Astraeos skins all officials, like the outfits and the build skins too. But it doesn't look like they did that. Although there is a official skin now, I think. I think it's like the divine armor. Can I find that already? Oh yeah, look at that. There's a bunch of here actually. With wings, with a cape, leggings. Let me just grab a bunch of this. Not sure how you get this normally. I'm assuming one of the bosses is going to give that to you. But let's see. I think I'm going to go for the cape. Can I wear that like that? Or do I need armor? Maybe I should wear desert. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. So we got a cool cape. We got some new gloves. We got some new boots. Some leggings. And then we have two different helmets. One of them has a cool hood. There we go. Look at that. That's quite epic, to be fair. I wonder how you get that. Yeah, that's new armor. We can unlock some way here. Again, I'm not sure how. I just know that it is here. Yeah, it's looking quite cool. Yeah. I guess the salt flats, you could also do some pretty fun building. It is definitely very flat around here, so even just for a nice flat spot, this is a pretty good location, to be fair, just because there is so much flat area around here. But if you go too far this way, I guess you are getting nearer and nearer the Wyvern trench. So you want to have a bit of protection here for when someone drags over some Wyverns, I suppose. But yeah, I actually do like this area a lot. I like that there's so much different little things everywhere. Like, it could easily have been just another desert, and it definitely doesn't feel like just another desert. It feels like one of the cooler deserts, if not the coolest desert we've had in ARK so far. Because it feels very, very cool for sure. So yeah, I'm quite excited to get to building, as you can probably tell. And there is actually a ton of really cool, exciting spots, I think. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of Googling of cool inspirations from whatever pyramids and other deserty themed builds. Oh, there we go. Well, ARK really doesn't like us that much. Let me check one more time if the server has had any luck so far. No, it's still stuck in updating. Anyway, well, I think that's gonna be it for me then. Like, I don't know how much longer I can deal with this, and if the server isn't up, I can't really stop building yet. But I will be building very soon, so if you want to see some cool builds in ARK in the new desert biome on Astraeos, let me know your suggestions of builds you'd like to see in the comments, and then I will start building very, very soon. In fact, probably be back with another stream tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow. I guess tomorrow if I can figure out what I want to build. Otherwise, definitely this weekend. Probably get some nice building spots going as well, like work on a build location video. I think I'm gonna do a build location video that includes the entire map, kind of do an update, because of course I already have build location videos for the rest of the map, but probably what I'll do is I'll start with all the desert locations and then also include the older locations, because some of them look completely different now, so it might be good to do like an updated version of all the possible awesome locations, and hopefully Xbox will be able to play soon as well, guys. But yeah, again, if you have suggestions, leave them now on the stream, leave them later in the comments when this becomes a YouTube video, or join my Discord and let me know there. There's a suggestion channel there where you can suggest some cool builds you would like to see me do, and I'm very excited actually to get to building and to see what awesome things we can get build here in this new Astraeos area. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, exploring this new update. I can't believe it actually dropped at a decent time for me. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. Next video, the next stream. And for now, thank you so much for joining, and goodbye.